2015, we're here at the Arturia booth, and we got lucky enough to slip in and talk to Glenn Darcy because we know he's booked up pretty heavy. We wanted to talk about the Audiofuse, which a lot of people have been talking about online, and we've heard that it's going to be the next best thing.
Yeah, it is actually. When we designed the Audiofuse, we kind of came at it for three different directions. We wanted to kind of reset the bar for audio quality, for connectivity, and for workflow. And there's a lot of great audio interface, and you talk audio interface and you put people to sleep. So we kind of wanted to do something that was a little bit more interesting. So for audio quality, it's easier to say, yeah, ours is good. We're using some of the best quality A to D to A converters we can find. They're AKMs. They're part of their premium series A to D converters. To have those kind of good quality converters, so you got to build an input that's going to support that, and you want the input to be better than the converter. A lot of companies will give their specs, and it's actually the converters like printed specs. We're looking at it like, wait, but we're not seeing this. So we want to make something where the input, mic input, actually outperforms the A to D. So we've done that by doing a discrete circuit, getting rid of op-amp types of circuits that have their own limitations. So you got dual mic preamps with these AKM converters D to A to D. So that's the audio quality aspect of it. For the workflow, having the single button and pages and single button and page, it doesn't work, it doesn't lend itself to a workflow where you're sitting there, I want to turn up something and now I've got to rebalance this, or I want to ride a vocal mic a little bit. Here you turn a knob, you hit a button, you don't have to open up another software, control monitors, it's all right here on the front panel. So from a workflow standpoint, you got one knob, one button for every function. Now from a connectivity standpoint, what most people do with the small ones is they'll put a couple little jacks here and then they'll put a breakout cable with everything on it. You put the breakout cable on it, now that affects your audio quality. All of a sudden, your noise levels go up. It becomes a failure point for the product. One of these custom cables starts to break or get crackly, what do you do?
Exactly.
So we put all the jacks on the actual hardware, on the actual metal aluminum chassis itself. So talk about the connectivity. We got two mic pre's, they're combo inputs, so you can plug instrument line level mic into them. You've got two headphone outputs. There's a separate headphone bus, so there's the main bus and the headphone bus. You've got 3.5 millimeter headphone output, so one guy can be on real cans, you can monitor, go back monitoring a mix on earbuds. On the back panel, you've got MIDI in and out, all the digital sections kind of up here. MIDI in and out, word clock in and out, SPDIF in and out. Nobody else is doing word in and out on the thing. You've got ADAT in and out. So it's really 14 channels in on this thing at one time. It's got another set of line level inputs and auxiliary in, so that's your 4 analog channels plus 8 digital channels. You got an AB speaker output here, so I can go to my big monitors, my small ones, and we can calibrate the output levels of these so you can balance your two speakers. So you balance them when you turn it up to full volume. Now I can AB my speakers and I'm not having to readjust the volume every time I AB them.
Right.
I can set them at my 86 dB or 90 dB that you set in your studio and just AB back and forth. We've got a phono input with an RIA preamp, so you can go turntable directly into it. We've got inserts into it. It's USB 2.0, it's class compliant, but we're doing some special things in the firmware with the USB chip that gives us extremely stable clocking, as well as round-trip latencies as low as 3 milliseconds. So that's round-trip. We've also got a USB hub built in, so you've got 3-port USB hub built into the thing.
For input for keyboards.
So yeah, you can put in a keyboard, controllers, other devices. So, and it's all contained right in this. So, yeah. I mean, I hate the term game changing because everybody uses it, but that's kind of a game changer, you know?
So what do we got here? You got your I assume it's got some software that goes along with it.
There's very limited software. I mean, once again, we wanted everything on the front panel.
Yeah.
So the software allows you to do things like, you know, balance your AB speaker outputs, set the maximum output levels.
So like you switch tracks and...
Well, you can switch AB speakers. You can choose your output monitor, whether you're monitoring the headphone bus or you're monitoring the main bus. You've got a dim control on it.
Okay.
You know, each of the channels, 48 volt phantom, phase invert, 20 dB pad. You've got instrument mic line switching on there. You've got you know, output dim on that. You can go mono, check mono stereo on the outputs or on the headphones right here. You got a talkback button.
Now, is your latency low enough for like vocals that you can monitor with reverb and from your?
Yeah, I mean, you could. It's all. A lot of that's going to be based on your computer, but this is not going to be holding up your data. You know, so a lot of that's going to be based on your computer. Now, you also have a direct monitor part here, so you can pass the input directly to the output. So you get no latency on that. But we wanted to build the latency on this thing fast enough that for 90% of what you do, you can do it with this and a reasonably fast computer.
So when is this going to hit market?
Q2.
Q2 of 2015, and do you have a price point yet?
Yes, we do. The street price or map pricing on this will be $549.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Which it's a price point to that kind of audio quality. You're not going to find it in that price point. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn, thanks for taking some time out.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Musician News at the Arturia booth, NAMM 2015.